Hello everyone. Welcome to PSGL F23 PS side of things. We're in season 34 with F8. Round 2. We are in Bahrain tonight, and hopefully we are going to have a good one. I am your main commentator, Ace, just like I hopefully should be for the rest of the season. Joined alongside me is Mr. Dawn of Cameron.
Hello. Hello. Looking forward to today.
Yes, should be a good one tonight. I just realised I didn't do something I was meant to do, but oh well.
So, yeah, today we are here for round 2 of F8 and PSGL. What would have been Las Vegas has now been changed to what is the first track on the real F1 calendar, Bahrain. So the Gulf Fair Bahrain Grand Prix for the second round in PSGL. A full grid today, which is lovely to see as always. Two full-time drivers being absent today, so that means we're going to be seeing the two drivers of Danko Satilia in the Haas racing for the first time, and GL Pasanima, who is in the Alfa Romeo, currently P10, P11, but that's just the random order. So they two will be the first drivers of the reserves to be racing, as a few people, Scabby and
Jacker.
who was the other person, Jacku, both dropping out because of internet issues. One of them was family, one of them was internet issues.
Yeah, it shows that he's
But that's all I'm
connected, but
saying.
connected without internet. One of the worst things to happen when you are connected to any Wi-Fi. Because it may show you connected,
Yeah.
it'll show you've got Wi-Fi, but then it doesn't actually supply any to you. But the first one out on track seems to
Alpha
be...
Gully.
Yeah.
The Alpha Tari as
I didn't...
the
I swear
also.
we didn't see him last week.
No, he was there last week.
Is it a different name? Because I definitely don't remember him.
No, he was there.
It was Ahmed. That's what it was. He changed it from
No,
Ahmed to
that's
Alpha. Definitely, because I've just seen.
Oh, maybe.
Not too sure, but oh well. He'll be first one to start his lap, winding through turn 15. You can take us on a lap on board for the first one.
No problem. So going down into turn 1, the only corner to have a name, Schumacher, named after who people call the goat of F1, Michael Schumacher. Then we go around to turn 2. Alpha Gully does go a little deep into the corner. Round turn 3, and then open up the DRS for the first time on this lap. Round turn 4, then entering sector 2, the tricky section of turn 5, turn 6, and then into the left hand of turn 7, and then as he rides the curb, so may back out, but I think he's going to continue the lap around turn 10. It's not the greatest of laps. Oh no, not turn 10, turn 8, sorry. And then he goes around turn 9 and turn 10 to then open up the DRS for a second time on this lap. It's right now not looking like a great lap, but of course we'll continue on board with him. Around turn 11 he goes, the long left-hander, and then into the long right-hander of turn 12. He enters sector 2 with a 1 minute 7.2, then round to turn 13, and then on the massive long back straight into the final two corners of turn 14 and turn 15 to then end the lap on the home straight, opening up the DRS just before the line for the third time, and it's a 29.2 to start us off, as there's a Haas next, and that is Jimmy, 28.6.
Yeah, getting the times
Then
right on the
Ferrari,
board.
Stelios,
Stelios going in with a 28.7,
Romeo,
and Senior with
Fitz,
a
who's starting.
Yeah, should be
Then
Vetsky.
Sim, 28.5, nice lap. Alpine, Jordan, 28.7. Aston Martin is next. That is Furheim in CPI, 28.7 as well.
Yeah,
Then
if you did
Red Bull,
notice, Matthias and Fulham have
see,
joined CPI over the last week because I definitely do not remember them having CPI in the name.
they did.
What?
Furheim did.
I don't
Furheim did. I
remember it.
think Matthias is different. Just check standings.
TNI
Simple
was
enough.
Matthias. Definitely was. Matthias definitely wasn't. And no,
Give
Furheim
me a
wasn't
second.
because Furheim was
It's
FNR.
BR4, 28.3. Yeah, that's
It
what it
was
was.
FNR. See, I
He
do
was
remember
FNR
some
Matthias.
things.
He's now changed it to TNR Matthias.
No, the other way around. He's
Oh,
on CPI.
yeah. CPI Bunty next, however. So there's now 3 CPI on the grid, which is interesting. Bunty,
Yeah.
28.7, P6. Good luck from him. So currently, right now, we're seeing the similar names at the top on their first lap. BR4, who got pole position last race, but unfortunately had an incident or two, fell to P4. He is currently on pole by nearly 2 tenths. Then the Sem in P2 right now, with a 28.517. He was last week's race winner. And then it's Jesler, who he fought for the win on the final lap in Brazil, and he sits in P3. But then I'm just looking at the standings. A little surprised right now is Manos being in P4. He currently, well, he got P8 in the last race, and on track he actually finished P9. But then he managed to get promoted to P6. Oh wait, no, he finished P6, but he got a time penalty from reports, so he dropped to 8th. As oh yeah, there was four drivers who got time penalties. CPI Bunty got a 5 second time penalty in the last race. Manos got a 5 second time penalty in the last race. Vetsku got a 10 second time penalty in the last race, and Stelius got a 5 second time penalty in the last race. So Bunty fell from P4 to P5. Manos fell from P6 to P8. Vetsku fell from P9 to P12, so out of the points, and Stelius fell from P12 to. Oh, well, actually, he went up to P11 because of Etsku somehow. So he got a time penalty, but he managed to get a place. As I'm just trying to see, is there any drivers on laps? Lynx is
Merge.
not, Vetsku's not, it's just Medj. At the back, well, I mean, at the back because he hasn't set lap time. Round
Out of sync with all the other
turn,
drivers.
round turn 9 and turn 10. He's he's came out a little late. Well, it might be late. I'm not sure.
Maybe he's come out strategically to get less traffic. Because you know, always remember, going out
Yeah,
at the start of qualifying, you're going to have roughly 3/4 of the grid on the track at once and a higher chance to be blocked. And the same going out in the last 4 minutes. Whereas going out around now,
definitely. Yeah.
the only traffic you could have is at the very end of your lap, with all the outlaps and everything.
Yeah. As Medj finishing his lap, it looks good. 27
Ozzy
P6.
P6. So, only
A good
person
lap.
still to set a lap is that Ozzy. He's coming round through turn 12 into 13 of the 28 in the middle
He's a
sector.
106.8.
Getting round
That
down to turn 14, last real corner on the track, whereas you don't brake for 15. It's just a slight, I always like to call
I'm
it a
gonna
slight
guess
kink.
P10.
P4.
Oh, never mind. P4. The reason I just want to say the reason why I said where I said in P10 is because he was 4 attempts up on Alpha Gully's second sector time, so he would have been theoretically a 28.8. That's why I said P10 because I thought, if he finds time, but he found like a tenth or two compared to Gully.
Yeah, it was an extra that he did find, and he's put himself into P4. Currently, the only 3 drivers in the .6s being Dadozi, Manos, and Jimmy. Second driver
Yeah.
to have set any lap. He is starting another one now, but it's not that long of a lap, but it's also not that quick of a lap.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what was I going to say? Dad, it was Acewell P7 in the standings after the first round. So a P4 first lap, well, actually second lap potentially. Might have invalidated his first, so messed it up. But that lap from him is good to put him P4, of course. Will look to improve. BR4 currently having himself in a great position. Already being 2 tenths ahead of Sem as Alpha Gully. Talking about AlphaTauri, P3 with a 28.556.
I wonder why he's
AlphaTauri.
changed his username. Maybe to hint that he's an AlphaTauri driver in PSGL. Anyway, he's put
Well,
himself up
yeah.
in the P3.
It's
Both,
Jordan.
not bad from Jordan at all. But what I was gonna
So,
say was both AlphaTauris in the top 3, which is now top 4. I think Jeslo is just starting another lap now. He was able to get
yeah.
P2, could have been P1 if he didn't have a mistake in the final sector, or final 2 sectors of the race, a slight snapper oversteer on the exit, and unfortunately it put him too far behind to get.
I'm just going to say, I'm currently running board with Sem. He was a tenth and a half up for sector, now only 200ths up on his
That's not
time
always what you
around the
want.
last
I'm
two
keeping an eye on
corners.
Jeslo
He's
currently. He's a
invalidated.
10th up.
Sem's invalidated.
That's not the
On
best.
the last corner, he tried to take the wide exit and he just went a bit too much over the curb. Who
I
is
think
that?
that's
That's Abel. And
able.
then Stelius as well.
Not bad at all from these
And
guys.
Manos
Wow.
goes 3,000th ahead of his teammates. So
I'm
the times are flying in now.
just keeping an eye on
28.4,
Jeslo.
28.3 looks like a good. Yeah, watching Jezzer. He is.
3 tenths up.
Oh,
This is looking for a
that
point
would
2
be pole. Yeah, that is
currently.
a good lap.
A point 2 he would be looking at currently. We're expecting pole to be I'm expecting it to be a high point 1 if anything, but Jeslo up to the line, DRS open now, and he goes
Nice
into the
lap.
point 1s
On a
by
second
two
run.
thousandths.
On a second run to get in the point ones. We could be seeing maybe point zeros. Unless that lap he's
Flats
absolutely
or high
nailed.
point 9s in the 27th, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
Maybe
remember
27s.
what F7 Poland was on the PC side. I'm pretty sure it was a point 8.
As I'm
I'm
just
talking
looking
27s.
who's on the lap. Lynx
Currently sitting in
finishing
last,
his
3 tenths
lap.
up. Goes in the P17 with 6
P17.
tenths. Pasanama debut here in F8 for him today, as well as Danko in P18. He's 88 thousandths down, just looking at a sector almost 2 tenths up. Danko
Danko's finishing a lap though.
was 2 tenths up. He goes across the
Tenths up.
line into
It's a good lap.
P9 with 4 tenths. I'm just going to go back to Pasanama quickly. He was 1.9 tenths up second sector, coming across the line out of turn 15 with the DRS open, almost used up all his deployment. He stays
Stays.
P19, but does improve by 2 tenths of a second. Currently, 2 tenths ahead of his teammate for now, as I call it, because it's not actually teammates because they're not full time together, but for today at least they are teammates.
As final laps, Dado Izzy is starting a lap, and I believe this is his final lap
This
because
probably
I don't.
would be. I'm just looking
So
at
we
merge,
could.
half a tenth up, second sector, coming down in
Some
towards turn 14. Hasn't got too much of traffic in the way. McLaren pulling off the right hand side. I think that might be Bunty as Sam still in the pit lane and a half in front
Little
of him.
moment.
I think that would be Jimmy, but it comes across the line, improves
He
by
does
half a
improve.
tenth exactly, but unfortunately cannot improve his position. It would have need 2 thousandths more. That just tells you how close this grid is currently.
Yeah, clearly it's so close. Like, I can look from P1 to say P,
10
I don't even
even.
know, P18, for example, is what,
8 tenths.
7 tenths?
7, 8
7.
tenths. Well, yeah,
Like, that gap is between
small.
P1 and P18 pretty much,
That's
well,
not even
if,
a click of your
yeah, if
fingers.
we're, exactly. Like, if it's maybe a nail a sector difference,
Yeah.
which,
But Dariosi currently up by 2.3 tenths, running turn 14, dropping down to fourth gear. A
oh,
little bit of
little
slide
drift.
through there, yeah. Not normally what you want to see right here, because sometimes you lose time, but across the line goes into P9,
Yeah.
only improves by
Exact
about
same time.
800, exact same time as Alpha Gully. Unfortunate for him, could not beat him. But remember, there's one more lap in store for Gully going around the lap for one more time this qualifying session. Final laps should
Starting
be,
now.
yeah. If you're coming out of the pit lane, you're starting your final lap soon. I think Jimmy, he's just.
That's in the pits.
Oh, was that in the pits?
He
No.
must. Yeah.
He's just retiring the pit lane, sorry. But when did Danko go into P10? I don't remember.
Danko, he went into P10 earlier.
Must have been
If
his previous
anything,
lap. I
what
don't
I would
remember.
just want to mention, by the way, BR4 did not improve on his second time unless he may be invalidated. So I think
Oh,
BR4. So he's going
BR4,
into this last
three
lap.
tenths.
Eh, maybe.
If
It would
Jazza
be
can pull
interesting
out,
to see how much
if
he can
Jazza can
get.
pull out the time, I'm expecting high .9.
Hopefully, it would be nice to maybe see 120, seeing 127.
Yeah,
But if not, then like a really low point zero flat would be
yeah,
quite nice. As look at all the outlaps, pretty much every
everyone.
single driver out except for Medge and Abel, who
Well, Alpha Gully is up to
are
line
coming out now.
P6.
Actually, yeah, Medge has timed this. Wait, is it Medge? Yeah, Medge. Medge has timed this so wrong. He's coming out now, I think.
Yeah, he's not going to have enough time to get around, unfortunately. It's roughly a
He's
135 on your outlap. Roughly, I'm talking,
yeah,
because
and
you
he's
could go
left it with
slower, you
50
go faster.
seconds.
Yeah, well, roughly you'll need at least, I'd say, a 140 if you want to get the tyre warm up and everything.
Well, let's see. Who's on laps is the question. BR4 starting a lap. Jordan starting a lap. There is someone is starting or someone's finishing. It's Furheim starting a lap. Then Chesler starting a lap.
That's good.
As they're all trying to get round now. Vetsku is on a lap. That Haas might not make it in time. Danko. Oh, it's going to be close. He's timed that to
Vescu's
perfection.
just invalidated coming over the line on the exit at turn
Oh,
15, unfortunately. But did you say that was Danko who had just perfect timed it?
he managed to he perfectly timed it, literally 1 second left. As, in fact, the first driver to watch, Stellius, running the last two corners, he's going to be finishing his lap. What can it be for him? It's going to be
P4.
28.463. He goes ahead of his teammate, improves by 19 thousandths. It's then the McLaren of Sem in P7 right now, round the last two corners. What can he do is the question. Across the line, it's going to be a 28.3. He goes to P3. It's then a Mercedes of, I
That
believe,
is
Dado Izzy. He does not improve. Alpha Gully does not improve. And then there's an Alpine of... It's actually Matthias goes P3 with a 28.3. P1 misses out on beating BR4 by 1,000th. Manos pits, does not improve. It's then BR4 next. He's down,
He
or he's up
pits.
on his time, 13,000th. He pits. Jordan next. He's down on his time too. He pits. It's then Frime and P15 across the line. What can he do is the question. P9 for him.
P9.
And then Jesler is invalidated. However, if I'm right,
Bunty,
Dadlizzy
P2.
coming across the line. Punt EP2, Dadlizzy EP12. Wow, so brilliant last lap from Bunty.
That's
He
not
goes
bad at
P2.
all. But
There is
I would like to
Inyo
mention
entering the
a
pits.
comment in the chat.
Yeah.
Don't know the rules on rejoining. Jimmy will be able to, since he was tired in the pit lane, or even retiring at all in qualifying.
Oh.
You get it. And I've just seen you crash into the pit wall.
I was going to comment as well if
I
you
am
saw that
so
potentially.
sorry. I don't want to laugh, but I'm sorry. That's kind of funny. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm not gonna laugh at
that
that actually.
was interesting.
There was even a guy in F7 on PC who instantly, F4 I think it might have been. I can't remember his name, but he crashed into the pit wall final lap.
Yeah,
But
well, I
anyway,
mean,
Jesler
qualifying. Britain's
on
front too.
pole position from Bunty from BR4 previous pole sitter, Matthias, Sam, Jordan, Celius, Manos, Alfagoli, and Furheim running off your top 10 and able Danko, Dadozi, Pasanama, Jimmy, Merge, Nerasenia, Orasi, Lynx, and Vetsky running off your grid. So as we get to the starting grid, the real question is what tyres is everyone going to be on, considering the strategies can be, well, very different. You could have medium soft, soft medium, you could have hard medium, medium hard, or even, if you want to risk it enough, soft hard or hard soft. So overall, I would say you've got 6 strategies total, but
Definitely, yeah.
I'd call it a case of hungry IRL over the weekend. You had different strategies across the grid. They're all 2 stops is the thing, well, most of them at least, as well as the fact that Sky Sports let the kids commentate and report just to give them chances. As I literally have up on my laptop right now a tweet from ESPN F1 of all the kids to interview Yuki, they chose someone taller than him.
I did see that. That was quite funny because it just, it kind of puts into
Of all the
perspective
kids,
how, I
and you
mean,
choose someone taller than Yuki.
taller. It just puts into perspective how short he is. We aren't getting a countdown. I don't think there's formation laps. We're going to get
No, it is not a
surprised any
formation lap,
second.
so we will be
I
getting
just
right
wanted to
in.
say, qualifying, if anyone didn't notice, P1 to P19, 7 tenths of difference. Vetsku, however, had his mistake on his last lap. He was still within a second.
Yeah,
So,
that's just
exact
crazy.
same as last week. Exact same as last week. All times are within a second. However, the lights
4
are
lights,
here.
5 lights are on, and it is going to be pedal them out as we go racing here in Bahrain. Go, go, go. Who's got the better start out of the front 2 runners? It looks like Jesler has pulled away very nicely. BR4 trying his best to go run the outside. He's not getting it though. Bunty stays ahead of him, but on the exit of turn 2 through turn 3, he does get the run on him. Can he make it stick though? Going into turn 4, has the opportunity to overtake round the outside. If he just breaks that little bit later, could, but unfortunately gets held back. Matthias is even going for it down his inside while getting past Sam again on that lap. Sam was ahead of him in towards turn 1 after getting a good start, while Stelios was trying run the outside of turn 8, not a place you normally overtake, especially run the outside, normally the inside if you want to make a send. As we head down in towards turn 10, keeping ahead is Jesler. He's got 7 tenths on Bunty currently, as we see towards the back something has happened to Midge, getting a little bit of tap from Wesley, still side by side with him. I think Wesley might have just let him go there. As you see behind him, Lynx as well, trying to get the move done, not close enough at all to get that done. Well, Jimmy has fallen down 4 places already. This is not the start he wants, while Vetsku is up 6.
Yeah, Matt. I mean, it's a strategy calls. We can see. I was going to say the top 12 until Dadouzzi and took Furheim. Everyone in the top 12 is on the hard compound tyres. Now top 11, Dadouzzi actually overtakes Abel into the last corner. He is up at the P11, is actually Sam and Matthias. Matthias has actually had a mistake on the last corner. He falls 2 positions. Now Danko is over at Danko was up to P6 on his debut, by the way. We haven't noticed that. He's up 6 positions already. And now he's sending it on Stelius to make it 7. Jordan sends it on Matthias.
I think he backed out of
But
that one, but he's going for it
Danko
again.
fighting with
Down in towards
Stelius
turn 4.
again.
ERS being deployed. No DRS yet. Still one more lap. Stelios tries to hold him around the outside, getting the power down a little bit earlier.
A
After
little bit
braking
of
that little bit later, has he got it done? Yes, he has. He's gone back ahead. We'll look at the Aston Martin behind him, Matthias. Trying to close back in. Will he go for a send on the inside? No, he won't. But it's a slight tap on the rear. Hopefully, no contact is fully made to give rear wing damage or even front wing damage. But I think someone happened to Oesi down at the back, or he's just been overtaken twice. Has he got damage?
yeah, Vetsku's
I
side
don't
by
know.
side with Abel. However, the move was very clean into turn 10. He
Yeah, he
was
did
side
get
by
it.
side with him, and he's
Pasanama
left
as
super
well on his
compromised for
debut,
Pasanama,
trying to
his
go for
teammate.
it.
Ooh,
Able trying to break that a little
little
bit
bit of
later,
contact.
but that's not paid
Medj
off for
now,
him because look at Medj, he's trying to go round the outside of turn
round the
12, breaking a
outside.
little later. Compromised his exit, still trying to go round the outside, getting a great view from his
Oh,
rear
there's no
wing.
room left.
No room there, 3 wide as they're off track as well. As you see
He's got an
that,
illegal overtake.
it's a 3 goes lengths moment, but I don't know if he's got illegal overtakes or not.
Medj had illegal overtakes.
I think he
Lynx just
did.
went through
Jimmy's
because
going
of
for the
the
double
bit of contact
move.
they had.
He's
I'm
trying to
looking
get
to the
past
front.
Abel, running towards turn 1, but look at Medj as well. He's trying to close in, as well as Abel's teammate. Now,
Oh,
Arsenio, slight bit of contact behind Jimmy as we're just looking through his
he's
rear wing
there.
shot.
Oh.
Still there. It's very close between the pair of them, but we're going to look up a little bit higher. Alpha Gully and Manos going side by side. Now, it's Daddy Ozzy and Manos. Can they keep it clean? Yes, they can. And Daddy Ozzy makes an excellent move in towards turn
Furheim.
7 was for him. Goes around
Furheim
the
round the
outside.
outside of
I
Manos.
don't think he's got the
That's
traction though, because that's
someone
not the
off.
greatest place. It was almost 3 wide going
Someone.
into turn 10, as I've just seen
Oh,
the
that
Merc
Dozy switchback.
of Is he trying to go for it on Alpha Gully. Has he got the
Jordan has
run
a
though?
massive moment. Jordan has a massive moment. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 11. This is not going to work out. Alpha Gully manages to get ahead. It's then Dadoizzi getting a switchback on Alpha Gully. They're going to go side by side round turn 12 and then turn into turn 13. Are we going to see a repeat? There's not much room left. There is contact. There is contact further behind too. Vesco pushed wide. That's someone in the wall. That's Pasanama in the
On his
wall.
debut,
There's
this is
a
not a great
contact.
day for him at all. Hopefully, maybe a
Chaos at the
safety
back. There
car.
was a lot of contact side by side. Vetsku and Lynx. Vetsku has had a bad exit. He's P14. He's oh
Jordan is
oh
coming
yeah. So
in as Vetsku
Vetsku
picks
got
up.
that 5-second time penalty. I saw what happened. He got pushed off wide. He was side by side with someone into turn 13. He got pushed off wide, and then he came back on, but then he overtaked Pasanama. I'm pretty sure, but
Bad,
he spun.
something bad to say though. He has to serve that time penalty no matter what if he pits. He can't get rid of
Yeah,
it.
it's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But what we can
Normally,
do, by the way,
if you do
look at
get
the
a time
top.
penalty and you have pitted at least, and you're not going to make another pit stop, you can report it to the stewards. Unfortunately, if you do serve a time penalty though, it cannot be removed, especially in the likes of a safety car. It's a bit unfair if you do serve it and then try to get it removed afterwards.
Definitely, yeah. Well, like I was saying, we can look to the front of the field. Jesler has a 1 second gap on BR4. BR4 nearly has a 1 second gap on Bunty, but then Sam is there too. So right now, it's a top 4, both AlphaTauri and the 2 McLarens.
Yeah, this seems like
Is the
IRL.
question,
Just switch out that AlphaTauri for the Merc.
who gets the DRS? BR4 gets the DRS on Jesler, Bunty does not get DRS on BR4. Sem gets DRS on Bunty, but Bunty has no ERS.
Then
Sem at
goes the move
60,
behind
BR4 30.
on Stelios. He's gotten ahead on the straight. He goes for a move as well on Alpha Gully in towards turn 1. The same
Oh, he
as his
drifts!
teammate Lynx gets ahead of Jimmy with the DRS. Even the drift there doesn't stop him from staying ahead.
However, Alpha Gully gonna try look for a move again, round the outside of turn 4. He's gonna try stick it. Of course, Dadawizzi on the medium composite tyres, but Dadawizzi uses that grip advantage, like I just said, on the medium tyres, and he will stay ahead. He does secure the P8 position, as Verheim looking to potentially get a move on. Verheim has to save the car. However, he keeps on going, as that is Dadawizzi wide on the exit. He hasn't gained time, so if it was to be reported, I don't think it would be a penalty. But he is really the train man right now. He's got a train all the way down to P13, and
Yeah.
nearly all the way down until P18 followed him. He's
Yeah,
only
so
3-point paying
you
positions.
need to always remember DRS train is something that is very common here in PSGL actually, because the drivers being so close together in PS after doing the evaluations to
Just
sign
funny to say,
up.
but I think we're going to see a fight for the lead potentially. Also a McLaren switch. I was going to say McLaren switch first, but then I saw BR4 closing in rapidly on Jesler, and I thought we might see a move for the lead. It's possible, but Sem is now the man on the podium, the McLaren on the podium, as they have switched. Sem
Working
having
together, I think.
65%. Yeah, definitely. Sem having 65%. Bunty now trying to use Sem to save up his ERS. However, Bunty is falling fast. Bunty's pace, I don't know where it's went, but it's not there as much anymore
No, definitely not.
as
But
Bancos, by the way, holding
yeah,
on to P5 on his debut. He's doing really well
very
right now
well
as a
done.
reserve driver.
Very well done to him. Up 7 positions
Yeah,
so far. Same as TF thanks. But
as are 4 very close to Jesler for the lead of the race. We might see a fight between these two again. We saw a fight for a few laps between these two in Brazil until, as I said, BR4 had his moments, a few incidents which saw him drop back in the field, which then left Jesler and Sem to fight for the win for the rest of the race. However, part 2 for BR4 and Jesler, we're going to see a fight on the main straight in Bahrain. The question is, will Jesler use the arrest to defend? No, he will not. And BR4 goes past quite easily, and he goes into the lead of the race for the first time this race,
you need to remember,
going
Jazza's going to have to
from
DRS
P3
on
to P1.
BR4 in towards turn number 4. You need to remember, this is like 2022 opener all over again. Jazza being overtaken in towards
Oh!
turn 1. A little bit of lockup, I think, there. But
Yeah,
being overtaken in towards turn
definitely.
1 gets you the DRS towards turn 4 so you can get back at your rival.
Yeah, I mean, we saw there, Jessel had a little bit of a moment there, nearly going into the rear bear 4, and now he's having to use his ERS to hold on to the DRS. However, Sem and Bunty are really thankful now because Sem is in the DRS range. So all of a sudden, it's a top 4 fight. However, Bunty goes wide. He's massively went wide. He's now fallen all the way back. Now, Dankos has a possible chance of closing in and getting
What's
DRS.
happened
That's
there?
actually an incident at the back. Furheim is
Yeah.
round. There, something has happened. I don't know who he was fighting with. He was around the P10 spot, so potentially could be in and around the points area. He was, I'm checking, he was in P10. So it's an incident in the middle of the field. He drops to pretty much the back of the grid in P18. Unfortunate for him. However, going from the back to the front, we might see Jesler make another move for the lead of the race. However, it looks like he's sticking behind. He's doing little lifts, and he will stay behind as he's actually going to have a massive drift. Sem's nearly going to Simmons was nearly going to go into the rear of him, and now Jesler is nearly out of the DRS range. Sem is closing in rapidly on him, and then Bunty, unfortunately, not being able to catch up again after that one moment on the exit of turn 10. However, Dankos, as I said, is trying to catch up to Bunty, and he's gained 6 tenths in nearly a whole lap, and might just get DRS into turn 10. A
I'm just
DRS
keeping an
detection
eye on
point
the
just coming
battle
up here.
between Abel and Betske. Abel got him in towards turn number 1. On the exit turn 4, massive drift as he's just done it again in turn 8. Not too sure if it's actually strategically or not, but it seems like it's working out for him because he can stay ahead of Owesi by doing this. I don't think it worked exactly how he wanted it to in turn 10, but it's actually working through turn 4 and 8, surprisingly.
Yes, I'm watching. We're still riding on board with Dankos. He getting DRS as actually Bunty is a massive snap. That's a Ferrari nearly in the wall. That's Stelius. A massive moment on the exit of turn 13. He falls behind Matthias and won't even get DRS now. So just like that, having one moment, he's wide again on the exit of the last two corners. He didn't go into the wall as that's Link's round. Link's, something's happened to Link's. He's round on
He's been
the
overtaken.
last corner as
He's
he's
going back
went
at
into the
Danko
wall.
though, in towards turn number 2, almost getting him past. We're going a little bit too wide in turn 1. I think a little bit of a lock up for him, and towards turn 4, no DRS for either. I think they went through the detection point at the same time,
Maybe a retirement.
ruining that. But he's still trying to close back in. I don't think his tires are working out for Bunty. I don't think they feel right for him because Matthias is closing in rapidly on him. Currently, he's lost 3 places. Danko is up 8 now.
Yeah, Bunty is not doing as great right now as he did start in the race. Of course, he started in P2 in qualifying, now down to P5, so it's not the greatest of starts for him. However, still, the front three is the main battle. Dankos leading the three-driver train for P4, 5 and 6, and then Stelius, after his moment on the previous lap at this very corner of turn 13, he still sits in P7. However, Alpha Gully very close to securing DRS. However, he has a little moment on the exit of turn 13, and that will mean he won't get DRS this lap. However, looking
Jesler
to the front,
coming
any
back at
moves?
BR4. I don't think he's going to go for it
It's
here. I think he's
close.
just going to wait until turn number 4.
Matthias, though.
Slight drift from BR4 on the exit of turn 1, but in towards.
Matthias gets past Bunty.
Yeah, was able to notice that as well. On the exit of turn 3, though, it seems like BR4 has just got that extra little bit of grip currently because Jesler had to try to push away and it basically used up his tyres a little bit earlier than he would have really wanted to.
Yeah, it's BR4 actually has a little drift into
Yeah,
turn 10, Jesler as well.
turn it.
Oh, turn 8, I've said it again. But now into turn 10, which the corner people normally have drifts at. Jesler falling back a little bit, however, he's catching up again. Must have been a little moment for him. However, Stelius close to getting DRS. He has been gaining on the drivers ahead, nearly 5 tenths this lap, but
You need to also remember they've been fighting, so that is the reason why he is closing in. And I have a feeling at this
yeah,
rate, Bunty is going to actually follow the DRS range of his esports teammate, not his teammate in the cars though.
that is true. Yeah, we might see something happen there,
Is it
because
just me though,
it
or
would
do
be
you keep seeing
expected.
like a bright white mass of smoke on your screen? Main straight and
No,
final straight.
Jesler.
Can you look at
No,
stream?
I
Because
don't.
you see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that I've not been having that.
probably the difference between PS4 and
That
PS5.
is,
PS5.
yeah, must be something different there. It's actually, I don't know if you saw, Jesler went down to 7th gear and broke a little earlier. He is staying behind BR4. He is playing the tactical game now. making
Yeah.
BR4U ZRS. I mean, although he hasn't, and then Jesler now saving his ERS. Um, yeah, interesting strategies going on, really, is the main
Yeah.
thing right now,
It's
is
more of a
actually,
strategy of a mind game
yeah,
because, well, one of the best laps to pit off is actually at 14. You
was,
feel the tyre wear at the end, but you actually get a really good undercut on the drivers ahead of
Bun,
you who are doing a hard medium strategy.
yeah, as I just wanted to mention there, Matthias had a little moment on the exit of turn 10, a little bit wide, and that means Bunty's actually, he was right up on the rear wing of Matthias going into turn 11. He nearly got the overtake, however, Matthias now pushing to stop Bunty trying to get a move done. Matthias is actually going to look for a move in on the main straight, I think, as he comes
Oh,
very close to Dankos.
he does give him a slight
And
touch
here's
and
a
he gets a
moment.
snap of Riversty on the exit as well. Bunty, I think, is just going to stay behind him though. He's not actually going to fight him too much if he gets close enough. But look at Matthias go, he gets past Danko. Will Bunty fall on the throw? Yes, he will. He'll try to at least. They're on the inside of turn 1. Danko going a little bit too wide, almost pushing
There was
Bunty off
contact
slightly, off the racing line to say the least. But in towards turn
as
4,
Bunty
Bunty's going to have a go at him again, and he's going to try it at being the one overtaken it twice. So both
So
CPI,
a nice
3 on
move.
Danko.
Oh, switchback! What a beautiful switchback from Dankos. He keeps on fighting Bunty. Oh, he gets pushed wide, however. Not the greatest of moves, however, it was very clean and very nice moves. However, Bunt is now all of a sudden fallen out of the DRS range again on Matthias. So that's a bit unfortunate. Matthias, yeah, it's the top three who are, as I wanted to mention this, the gap now between P3 and P4 has extended by nearly 2 seconds in the last 3 to 4 laps. So clearly, it's the top three here who are fighting for, well, probably who will be fighting for the win today, but then also maybe for the championship in PSG overall, because this was the same top three last weekend in Brazil. It was a very similar top three.
Indeed.
I think
Well,
he means tires, maybe, the R guy.
I don't know, to be
I don't
honest.
know. As,
But I think as an
oh, that
incident,
is Jordan.
Jordan, no front wing on that
Just
car.
by himself.
Could we get a safety car though? Because Pasanama is not that far behind. He's just
Passing him
stopped on
actually just
track.
passed. Oh, he's had the glitch. No way. He's got the glitch where his car's been put stuck on track. Oh my god, that
His brake
is
pedal showed
super
us completely
unfortunate.
down though. Not too sure if that is part of the glitch or
Yeah,
not.
but he didn't go instantly break though, that's the thing. But Jordan got a
Um,
podium last week, I believe.
he hasn't pit. What? He's got no front
He's
wing.
slowing down now. I am not sure what's going on there. However, maybe we go back to the front.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
been in
really.
tire changes. There we go.
Yeah, I already noticed.
Right, so
You do remember that in the top right hand corner of my screen, it does say on air. Also, Jordan has just
yeah,
retired on track. Um,
BR4 did a little fake there for when he
yeah.
was going into the pits.
I mean, it is roughly the best time to pit, if you're on the mediums at least, that it was Anna Wessie I'm really pointing at the moment.
Wesley goes in.
Wessie is trying for the undercut. You have the tyre wear towards the end of the race on your hards, but you do get a major undercut on the drivers in front of you because they'll have that tyre wear loss. But that's all the time on track, unfortunately, for Jordan, and if that does get reported, that's going to be I think it's a qualifying ban for his next race.
Yeah, because I mean, Vetsku Oh wait, that's actually what I'm thinking. Vetsku got a qualifying ban, I believe. So you know how he
No,
only set one
no,
flighted?
no. Because if you set any lap times, you get disqualified from the
Oh,
session if you have a
it was
qualifying ban.
Scabby. It was
You're thinking
Scabby, I
you're
think.
thinking it's Gabby. He didn't actually get a penalty
Scabby,
for it.
yeah. Oh,
If I'm right, that is.
I'm
I
just
can check.
being. Yeah, I feel like he got a penalty anyway. I'm just checking the front of the pack
No,
again, seeing
Scabby
if
got a
any of these front
penalty for
three,
spinning BR4.
any of the front three gonna pit? No, nobody
Not
pits.
yet.
But I will say their tires go 14 laps now. The second fastest strategy by the game apparently, and what the strategy they'll be going for here is 15 laps on hards, 14 laps on mediums. However, 16 laps on hards, 13 laps on mediums isn't much slower. So we could see one, maybe two drivers deciding to try go for the overcut. Is actually looking here, Alpha Gully, Stellis in the pits, Dadwizzy in from the mediums onto the hards, Furheim also onto the mediums from his hards.
Yeah, well,
They'll
we
be
are.
looking to go to the end of the
If you
race.
do think about it, the medium, um, what's it called? I can't think of the name. The gap between your pit laps. I can't remember the name. And this is not really annoying me.
Uh, I'm not sure. I'm just looking. The top three are going around turn 13 now. It's going to be interesting to see if they are going to pit. Actually, Danko got past Bunty again, and Dankos actually not having DRS on the tyres. The front
Vetsky can
three,
be
are
somewhere in
any
the
of them
top
going
10
in?
after pit stops because of the undercut. I'd say yes.
But
If
not
you do
really.
undercut, well,
I
if
mean,
you do undercut early, you can be. But
Furheim
uh,
was like
Manos is
P15
in,
and he just pitted. Bunty's
Matthias is
getting
in,
past
Manos is in,
Dankos,
Medj is in, now
Medj,
Senior's in. We need to wait for Stelios to come round.
quite a few.
He is currently
Oh
the
no,
first
Stellis has
one.
already pitted. Stellis has
Yeah,
already pitted, yeah.
he's currently the first one of the guys who have currently pit. I think Lynx has also had a spin in the exit
Is
of
that
turn
Dado Izzy?
11.
Oh no,
No,
that's
Lynx.
Lynx.
But
So
out of
Stellis,
the pit lane now comes Matthias. Where is Stelios going to be compared to him? Just behind him in towards turn 1. He's going to have cold tyres as Stelios is already warmed up going towards turn 4. He's got the DRS on him and he will be currently looking to be in a net, I think that's a net P3 situation actually.
potentially. I mean, Matthias was P4.
I'm
Is
just looking at
Lynx
the gap.
pits maybe a retirement? Yeah.
Lynx does retire in the pit lane. I'm just looking at this. Currently, Matthias is in a net P4
Yeah.
as he's just been,
Ah,
I think,
Stellis.
spun by Stelios.
Oh my god. I'm not watching that. I'm watching the front three.
He fought
Oh,
Matthias, falls behind
BR4!
Merge.
Haha! So I just saw there, BR4 enters the pit lane. Jesler was going to follow him, but decided to back out because BR4 literally did it last second to
Did he
pretty
cut the
much
pit lane
do the
line?
undercut. BR4? No.
Yes. Yeah, because you're allowed to cut it if you're not pitting.
Yeah,
But if you are,
Jesler.
you can't.
Yeah, Jesler cut it, but he didn't pit, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
so which is allowed. But BR4
BR4
into the
did
pit
stay in
lane
it.
is ahead of Alpha Gully,
Of
who,
everyone.
yes, well, of the people with pits so far. That's what I'm talking about. Where does
Whoa!
Danko come
Have we
out?
not said this? Alpha Gully. That's net P4
Yeah, that's what I mean.
because of the incidents between Stelios, Manos, Stankos, and Matthias in them.
That's what I
Alpha
mean.
Gully just got
Yeah, but Danko
four
has come
positions pretty
out
much.
in currently a net. It looks to be a net maybe P8, I would say. He needs to be careful on his tyre wear towards the end, though, because,
I'd
well,
say
everyone does need to be.
P7, probably. Jeslar using, Sem using, I think they're going to be coming in now. Because, I mean, could they go softs? Probably not. I mean, softs can go 12 laps, apparently. They won't be lasting that long. They're both in, so they're both going to be following the same way. However, depending on the tyres is the main question. I see Red Bull coming out with mediums. How about McLaren? McLaren are coming out with mediums too. They've just went a little bit later to do a hard medium strategy. Bunty stays out, and BR4 is on the main straight now using ERS, trying to
Where
make
is he going to
sure
be?
he can secure his lead again. He's going to be quite clear of the drivers
As I have
behind.
said, the undercut is powerful. The undercut is
He
very
is.
powerful.
Yes, definitely. He is.
2 seconds.
Nearly 2 seconds clear, yeah. That is a massive advantage for BR4 trying to pick up after last week's unfortunate race. Of course, I'm saying unfortunate race. He still got P4, but it could have been a win if he didn't have the incident.
Who is this?
BR4,
Oh, you're talking about
he
last
was in
race.
the lead until yeah, last race,
I thought you were
Brazil.
talking about this race. I was going to be like, he is
No,
leading
no,
currently.
no, no, no. Only two drivers have stayed out, by the way,
Yeah,
and that is
currently.
Bunty and Abel.
Yeah. So, I'm looking to see where Bunty should be coming out. With, I'm just trying to figure out what the pit
The
loss
pit
is
stop
as
time
well.
thing is, it's,
It's
I
around
believe it is
23.
22 seconds. I was going to say 22 to 23, yeah. So
Depends as well. Do
P11,
you hit the button at the
P12.
exact time?
Oh
Do you
yeah, that's
speed
true.
into the pit lane? Do you have a lock up into the pit lane? Does
Bunty's
all
in,
those
however, so
things.
we can see now. P11, P12, P13. He's going to be in and around there. Abel's staying out. Abel, I believe, going hard soft at
Yeah.
this point. He's going to take the gamble. He's going to be the only driver to be doing a hard soft strategy, which, like I said, there's all the different strategies. Bunty, however, coming out the pit lane now, he's going to be in all this traffic. The
Where
question
will
is
he
he going to
end
be at the
up?
very back of it?
I think so,
He's
unfortunately.
gonna come out now. No, he's gonna be side by side with a few of them. He comes out and he's gonna be side by side with their Zinho, and Uzi is there too. Uzi's gonna stick
OSC
it up
is ahead.
the inside.
OSC is
Bunny's down
ahead.
to P14. He was behind Matthias, and Matthias is in P9 and he's in P14.
This is the
That
difference
is quite
in the
unfortunate.
tire wear. The tire wear drop off is crazy. This is why I have said the undercut is so powerful around here at least. Because if you're on the hards, they'll go, let's call it 14 laps. Lap 15, 16, 17, your drop off will be every
Yeah,
single lap between 4.5 to 7 tenths.
as I would just like to mention this, by the way, BR4 nearly getting DRS on Abel. However, Jeslar 8 tenths gained to BR4. I mean, he has
BL4
pretty
has
much used all
DRS.
of his ERS. BR4 manages to get DRS on Abel, and
Mind
he's
you,
using two. He
Abel
wants
hasn't
past now, I
hit.
think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's still not, but
He's going to be
BR4 now
overtaken.
overtaken to take the lead again,
This
and
is not
now
for position
has a
either.
little bar. Oh, Alex, Abel's fighting it.
It's not.
He was
This is not
fighting it
for
a little
position.
bit there.
This is not for position. Is the thing as well, which is the unfortunate thing for Abel. If he was up here, I would be very happy. Betsky's retiring.
But Scoot retired in the pit lane. I mean, he had that 5 second time penalty, which is probably what he's most annoyed about.
Yeah, he had to serve
As
it.
Sam, yeah, which is the unfortunate thing. That undercut thing, which Kappa said in the YouTube chat, probably would have been true if he didn't have to serve the 5 second time penalty.
Yeah, I would probably have said
As
maybe close to it, to say the least.
Yeah, Jesser's right in the rear of Abel. We might even see a move. Yeah, Jesser's going to get past now.
Abel is letting pass because he knows there's no point of fighting this.
He doesn't
He
want to,
still
yeah.
has a pit stop to make. At the moment, he's going to come out in P16 behind Fulham, and
It's going to be... Sorry.
else he's going to come out in P16 behind Fulham, but he's going to have the freshest tyres of everyone.
And softs.
And if we think it's the way he's going, being softs, then this could be one of
He's in now.
This could be a charge from the back of the field. Is it softs or mediums?
Definitely. It's got to be softs. I'd be surprised if it was mediums, to be honest. I'd be really surprised. It's softs.
It is
It is
softs.
softs.
This is going to be a charge to the field now. This is the moment where you want to put your foot down and use up all the US as soon as you
Definitely.
can. But the thing is, you also want to
Just
save it. So it's a mix.
Yeah. Worried to mention this too. Jesler still very close to getting DRS in BR4. It's staying at that 1.1 seconds.
He's got it.
Yes, he has. So use DRS now and hold on to it is the main thing for him. Sem is in right now relaxing in P3, and since he did win last week, this will give him a little bit of breathing room. However, Jesser actually will get very close to him, I'm just realising, in the standings, because Jesler has a chance to take the win. And at that rate, Jesler would take the if Jesler wins, he takes the championship lead. That's how it works. I'm not going to go too much into it. I just wanted to say an 8-second gap between Sem to Stelios. So I guess people can understand now what I meant by it's the top three. However, P4 all the way down to P9, potentially even P10, is a DRS train now. So this is the interesting stuff. Is actually Alpha Gully overtakes Stelly to go up in P4, which is a very crucial overtake. Also will help massively in the Constructors' Championship for AlphaTauri, as AlphaTauri sit P2 with 13 points. McLaren currently being the first position team. However, McLaren won't be securing as many points today, and AlphaTauri are looking to take a massive amount of points. So we'll wait and see with the results after the
If
race
I'm right,
what
it's
the
currently
standings will
24
look like.
points that they'd be getting. I think it might be
First
actually 25.
and
Who has the
fourth.
fastest lap? No.
It's 24. Fastest lap is Jesler. Jesler is the fastest lap. Jesler's going to be taking 13 home with him right now, as it
Yeah,
stands.
so I was going to say it would be
However,
25, but it's not.
Abel, though, remember, he's on softs, and he's
Yeah.
actually going to overtake Wessie now for P15. He's on the charge already. He's trying to do it now. As actually, Bunty and Matthias fighting. Hold on. Bunty's went from P14 to P9.
Yeah, I've actually just
When
noticed
did
that
that
as well.
happen?
BO4.
Moving the lead is I didn't notice this. Jesler finally decides to attack. They're on the exact same amount of ERS. However, Jesler now retakes the lead off BR4. However, BR4 is closing fast, but he lifts off. So now BR4
What
plays
happened
the
to Gully?
strategy
What happened to
game.
Gully?
Oh, it's this massive contact. Dankos is round. There's a massive moment between a few of those drivers. It was contact between Alpha Gully and Dankos, I believe. And that now means Manos gets ahead. It's in Stelios, then Medj, then Alpha Gully, then Bunty, then Matthias, and then Dankos falls to P10 on his debut. Reserve driver was doing so well, and now has to try to do the charge up through the field again. But I mean, he's on fresher tyres, a lap or two fresher tyres compared to the rest of the field. Bunty, actually, I'm remembering, he's on those very fresh mediums, 4-lap old mediums, and he's going to look to get past Alpha Gully quite fast, as Alpha Gully currently sits in P7. he might look for a move. It will be interesting to see if he does. He might try send it here. No, he does not. Alpha Gully potentially might not get DRS on Medj. I think he will, but it is close. However, back to the front, BR4 gaining on Jesler, but will not look for a move. It's too far behind to look for a move into turn 1. Sem catching the two drivers ahead, now being within 2 seconds, so he has gained about 7-8 tenths. Probably used ERS while Jesler and BR4 were in their fight in the first sector of the previous lap, as Manos and Stelios having a little fight, and actually it's Medj on the back of Stelios for P5. He might look for the move, he might send it, if he does not decide to. There's nearly contact between the Ferraris. Stelios got very, very close to the rear Manos there. Medj is all over the rear of Stelios, might look for a move into turn 8, however, he fakes it, does not go for the move. Manos has a little moment. Bunty sends it on Alpha Gully, I've just realised, into turn 8, and now side by side between turn 9 and turn 10, Bunty's going to try stick it around the outside, however, no room is left by Alpha Gully, and Alpha Gully is going to defend the position as much as he can, and Bunty is now just being held up as much as he possibly can, as, of course, he should be trying to make the charge through the field on these medium tyres, but currently not able to do so. Dankos on the back of Matthias trying to catch back up through the field after that incident. Bunty decides to send it on Alpha Gully. He does leave the room and he does get the position and now uses ERS to ensure he will get DRS on Medj, with Medj being in the DRS range of Stelios and Manos, all for P4. Gap to P3, or the gap between P3 and P4, 12.5 seconds. It's increased by like 2.5 in the last few laps. However, Stelios is going past his teammate up into P4. There is near contact between the two. Medj is all over the rear of these two. Medj is opening up the DRS and using the ERS. Medj potentially going to get a double move on the Ferraris. They're 3 wide into turn 4. Medj with big send. Manos backs off. And it's nearly Bunty nearly going 2 wide with Manos. However, Medj and Stelios still side by side. Stelios keeps the position though for P4. However, Medj is still there, and Medj is going to fake send it. However, Bunty goes massive send, and that's into Manos, sorry. And Alpha Gully manages to get a switchback on the two. And he gets a double position just like that from the drivers messing around him. What some moves happened there. That's Medj and Stelios again. Medj trying to get the move on Stelios. Stelios backstop. He's given Medj the P4, but he's then going to get DRS on the main straight, and that is the whole point of him trying to do that. As I'm looking here, Bunty is still over the rear of Alpha Gully. He's trying to gain the positions.
I've
Yet
just seen
again,
Dankos go on the outside of turn 12.
what a move then, as it's very
That's
close.
not a
This is the
place you
fight which we're
overtake
watching. By the way, 2.5 seconds gap, it's increased by in 1 lap between P3 and P4. As Stelios now looking for P4. Even Alpha Gully's joining, and Alpha Gully's going for P5 against Medj. Stelios drifts. Alpha Gully's pushed by Bunty. Manos is there too. Manos gets a massive snap of oversteer, and now Dankos is involved. Bunty and Alpha Gully are literally bumping tyres with one another. They're side by side through turn 4. It's massive fighting in this front as Bunty is a massive snap of oversteer. He nearly takes out Alpha Gully. Alpha Gully manages to keep it on track though from Bunty's little snap of oversteer. And yeah, this is the DRS stream which we're really watching. Also, just a little side note, watching the front 3, Jesler's nearly got BR4 out of the DRS range. There's a chance he manages to get BR4 out of the DRS range on the 3rd last lap. This is a chance.
I'm just going to say this is not.
For
It's
BR4.
DRS train, P4 to P12. Currently, Abel has
Exactly.
not been able to make his way through the pack as we hoped he would have been able to, because it would have been a better battle.
Exactly. This tier really shows that the placements were put correct. Of course, the front 3 kind of flew clear, but I'd say, still keep them because they did have the fights with a few of these drivers like Bunty, but this clearly shows that the placements were put correct if we're seeing DRS trains from P4 nearly all the way down to the back of the grid. However, Medj is past Stellius, he's up into P4, Alpha Lake closing in, however he's too far behind to think of any move right now. That's someone wide, and that's Bunty.
Where did Bunty go?
Has locked up a little bit. He is fighting now with Dankos. Dankos trying to get the move on him. They're side by side. They're going to go side by side into turn 4. Bunty does leave the room. However, Bunty is going to try stick the move as he actually goes a bit wider than I've hoped for. And Bunty's now P8. And remember, he's on fresher tyres too.
About where Bunty was going on the exit turn 1. He was going to Baku.
Oh. Right, because it's Bunty.
Baku, no, because of the track orientation on a map is turn 1 is facing north, and if you go northwest, you get to Azerbaijan.
Why do you know that?
I just know geography, okay?
Okay, anyway, last 2 laps of the race, the top 3. Sem is there. I repeat, Sem is there. He is within the second range. However, no DRS for him.
Top 3 should be promoted to F7, I can't lie.
I mean, it would be nice to see them stay, but at the same time, with a 16.2 second gap, I see your point. However, if you do have to think about this, it's probably increased by like 6-7 seconds from all these lot fighting. Like right now, with Stellius trying to take a move on Medj.
Bunty, I think, was trying as well, not close enough. Dadozi almost hitting in the back
Stellius
of Bunty.
Gets the move. Bunty's actually wide.
Magnus has fallen down from P4 to P10.
That's unbelievable.
We have
Stellius again,
less than 2 laps to go.
Side by side.
Stellius, this battle is mainly on for P4. Whoever is leading this train in turn 14, I do not think is getting the P4. I think someone's going to be able to get it with Slipstream.
It will be P5, P6, P7 most likely who will be getting P4, and I think if Stellius and Alpha Gully and those have somewhat knowledge, I think they will stay behind here and not try overtake Medj. And yes, that's what they're doing. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Medj. Yeah, but that is true. Is he going to be able to do it? He will. So he's just pretty much taking the point off of Tesla. As, if anything,
Manos gets a time penalty. Drop Manos out the points with that. He's going to be dropping down
to like P13, P14 with that.
Yeah.
However, I was watching on board with there. Sem used DRS on BR4. It looks like Jezor is almost guaranteed to be taking this race.
On the last lap here, by the way.
Last lap of the race, Alpha Gully gets past Stellius. Stellius has a massive send. Medj is going very, very defensive here. Medj keeps P4 because of Stellius and Alpha Gully fighting. Alpha Gully is up into P5. Alpha Gully is on a charge. Stellius is falling fast with no ERS. Dankos going for the move. He sends it on the inside of Stellius. Is he going to get the move for P6? Yes, he is. So just like that, Stellius is down 2 positions already on this lap. Sem sends it on BR4. That's out of nowhere. That's into turn 10. And Sem now trying to take the position from BR4. And Sem is up into P2 out of nowhere. And now, round turn 12 and 13, 4 laps to go, and 1 sector to go. There's a chance here that Sem can get P2 in this race, as we're going to ride on board with Jezor. Jezor is going to come round the last 2 corners any second now, and he is going to win the He's going to win his first race. He's going to be P2 in Brazil, and he wins in Bahrain. It's P1 for Jezor, and Sem keeps P2 from BR4. However, it's the rest of the grid here. 17 seconds behind the top 3. And Medj, despite what we said, Medj is going to keep P4. Bunty, however, fighting with Dadowizi across the line. And there's contact between Bunty and Dadowizi. And Bunty's round. Points gone like that. Dadowizzy gets punted wide, and just like that, Dadowizzy's out of the points too. That was
Dadowizzy
something in
had
the
a
last
3-second time
corner.
penalty. I'm just going to put this out. Jimmy was in P14. He's gone up to P11. If any time penalties come anyone ahead's way, he's getting points here. Mind you,
Yeah, but can we...
if you're Medj and you've been given a 5-second time penalty, you're falling away down because the gap
Whoever...
between Medj and Manos is
Sanama, yeah.
what is the gap if I can see it? If I can't see it. What?
Oh,
What?
Jimmy just got the DNF thing. He got
What?
the glitch. He got the glitch.
Oh, I think this is gonna have to go to
We've got the
stewards.
positions.
This is gonna
Pasanama
have to go
gets
to.
the fastest lap.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna have to go to
He takes it
stewards.
from Jesler.
That's unfortunately
Yeah,
gonna have to go to stewards. I
I mean,
feel so bad for him.
Jimmy is P11. Jimmy is P11. You
I didn't
remember
get
that?
the gap is the problem. I didn't get the leader gap. And I can't get it
You just
anymore.
get
I
it
can't
here.
go back. No, because it's not
You
going to show the
just...
time. I don't think. I think it's going to show us. It might show us DNF. I'm not too
No,
sure.
it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It shows time. It shows his time.
Oh,
No need to
good.
worry.
I've just seen a message
Yeah,
in
don't need to
chat
worry
from
about that.
Matthias. You Ferraris really like my rear.
uh, oh, well, anyway, that is F8 PSGL Round 2 around Bahrain. It's Jesler who takes the win
We're
today.
still on the podium.
Pasanama takes the fastest lap from him on the last lap, beats him by... So pretty much, he took it cleanly from him. So Jesler takes 16 points. That will be him on 28 points in the championship. Sem manages to get P2, which means Jesler and Sem are going to be tied for first in the championship going into round 3.
Yeah,
Well,
then
that is without any
BR4
penalty
on
reports.
the podium. Merge P4 Alpha Gully, P5 Dankos, P6 on his debut, 6 positions gained, well done to him. Celius P7, now Senior P8, Abel P9, and Tyus running off your points. And instead it was Magnus Bunty for Basanama, Jimmy ORC, then Svetsky, Lynx, and Jordan, your non-finishers. Which, don't worry about it showing
Jimmy,
Jimmy
yeah,
lower down. He's actually P11. Do not worry about
he
that.
was P11, yeah.
And the time that does show,
So,
I will point out, shows of 25 seconds. Whereas you
20,
see,
yeah.
whereas
I've got the
if
timer,
you saw,
25,968.
yeah,
That
whereas if
puts
you
him in
saw,
P11.
I mean, an example,
Yeah.
Pasanama's time, it was what, like a minute? So you don't need to worry
Yeah.
about that. Hopefully, as well, that should be sorted afterwards. But that's going to round off our stream tonight here in PSGL. I was about to say WR because I'm looking at a placement list.
Don't say that.
No one heard anything. But anyway, that will round off our stream tonight, guys. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed the racing. Well done to the top 3 as well. Hope we get to see a good championship battle continuing on between Jesler and Sam, and even BR4 getting into the mix of things after Brazil falling down. Should have won, in my opinion. But overall, good race. Maybe a little bit less contact from some people, and it could have been a little bit better. Unlucky for Bunty, especially. Could have been
Yeah,
like a P5 for him. Unlucky
potentially.
overall. But that will run off the stream. Any final words, Cameron?
Just want to say thank you everyone for watching today's stream. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see you next week, I guess, for round 3 around Britain in Silverstone.
Yes, the home of Formula 1 as a whole. But it is good night and goodbye from both of us.